What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, episode number 104 with me, GamerKnoob. Let's go talk to more of our party members here. Also, I seem to be missing some... I don't know where they are. They said everybody was coming. Everybody's definitely not here. It's time for the experiment. I hope these words inspire as much enthusiasm in you as they do in me. What's the experiment about? You see, I've decided, though dared might be the better term, to address an issue which is up to now I've preferred to avoid due to my total ignorance in the sphere. Really, it's hard to believe that I, as a person of, let's skip the false modesty, superior intellect, could not know something so simple, but it's never too late to fill gaps in someone's knowledge, right? I'm talking about our friendship. To be honest, at first I planned to assign the writing of this article for the encyclopedia to co-author of some kind, but then I met you, my loyal father, and so I thought I could write it myself. So you never had any friends? I see no sense in them. Hold on, so you're trying to say you consider me your friend? You misunderstand me. I don't need friends. I have no desire to spend my time on them when I could spend it on new experiments and discoveries. I just want to learn what it's like to have friends for the encyclopedia, nothing more. I realize that you would like me to consider me your friend who wouldn't. I'm a scientific luminary, after all, so I do apologize for disappointing you. Well, if it needs to be done, we'll do it. Let's get started. I'm glad you've agreed. Many I would have considered my request too personal and refused. It's good that you're above such screaming sentiment. I made a list. I've based it on my observations of individuals around me and my personal knowledge on the topic, which I have to admit is far from comprehensive. She hands you a crumpled piece of paper. Friends smile at each other, gossip about other friends, drink alcohol together. We've done that one. Sometimes argue, sometimes copulate. Oh my. Study it well. We'll start as soon as you're ready. Point number 1. Friends smile at each other. You raise your eyes to the lady who has already fixed a malevolent grin on her face, the kind that would make you slow yourself you saw in the dark of night. Respond with a brief smile. You call that a smile? Try again. Give her a wide smile. Your eyes bored in Inigo's and stares right back. You both grin as widely as possible. A minute passes, tense silence. I never imagined being a friend was such an exhausting business. So what's next on the list? One second, guys. Sorry, the lady's texting me. Do we have to follow this list? You're trying to say that I made it for nothing? I've developed a perfect methodology that involves all mechanisms of friendship between two individuals, but by all means, sure, let's abandon the list. Point number 2, friends gossip about other friends. Oh, I made some preparation for that. Come on, let's get to it. Who are we going to gossip about? Ursula. Excellent choice. So what do you think of her? I love her. How interesting. Incidentally, as yesterday I saw her drinking from a puddle. That doesn't sound like her. Really? Excuse me, I'll try again. Yesterday I saw her eating worms. Do you have any idea who we're talking about? No, I don't make a point of remembering those who I travel with. That's why I prepared these universally applicable pieces of gossiping. Alright, thanks for the info. Truth be told, the whole experiment seems like sheer stupidity to me, but how can we learn that stupidity is stupid without doing stupid things? We need to finish what we started. Alright, stage 2 is now complete. Friends drink alcohol again. This is no longer required. We did that already! Alright, I just crossed that point out. I read this when I checked the encyclopedia and recalled that we've already conducted that experiment. When judged by the same encyclopedia, especially by the odd stain on that particular page, it would be unwise to say, at the least, try and repeat it. Point number 4, friends sometimes argue. You are disinterested in this experiment, and you can't even tell the difference between the two words. Kiss my ass. Not too creative, but it will do. Now we can definitely be considered friends. And on that note, I conclude the 4th part of the experiment. So last like this. Friends sometimes copulate. Oh yes, that. Take off your underwear. What? We're going to engage in the act of copulation exclusively for the sake of carnal pleasure, bypassing the main purpose of all copulation, which is procreation. What part of that isn't clear? Briefly pull down your own. I have to click it. I'm sorry. Well, it's just be straight from his sleeve and starts practically covering it with drawings. Wait. Nina is so engrossed with her task, she accidentally bites her tongue. It appears your copulation will be happy today. Keep saying with your underwear down. Keep waiting and hoping, though it's obvious that there will be no copulation today. Nina is so absorbed in work the world around her, including you, seems to have ceased to say. Oh, our friendship experience has taken an unexpected turn. Oh yes, copulation. Rest assured, my sketch I made was almost as detailed, and more than one generation of students will study it. Unfortunately, I don't remember your name, or else I would definitely credit you as a model. Alas, so the original topic of the research was our friendship. This thoroughly awkward experiment is finally concluded. I have learned what it means to be a friend, and now I can write an article for the encyclopedia. I'm happy that it's over. I'm once again convinced that friendship is much foolish of all the occupations. You did it all wrong. Friendship is more than just smiling, gossiping, bickering, and sex. Is it? We've concluded all the assigned actions typical for two friends. Of course, I would have compiled an extended list, which would require joint food ingestion since it's banter, with the aim of showing each other the least attractive light, but how would that change the situation? Do you know what I write in the encyclopedia? Friendship is a set of primitive rituals intended to help individuals forget about their loneliness. However, I have no interest in that. I see my loneliness as a sign of my uniqueness. The one who leads the way is always alone. Now, I have time to answer your questions. Check out this mask I found. There's writing on the inside. Looks like an average mask, smells like mo, tastes like yuck. The eye holes are utterly unremarkable. And yet, I sense some hidden magic in this mask. I read my encyclopedia that it must be the answer to one of the riddles of those statues in the Nameless Ruins. The writing on the inside looks very much like one of the answers. All you have to do now is find 4 such masks and bring them to the statues. You won't forget to take me there when you solve the statue's riddles, will you? Better write it down somewhere. Ninio is extremely interested in visiting the Nameless Ruins after you find all 4 masks. Have to go. Thanks, Ninio. Alright. Rachel. Nothing from you, huh? Alright, so is there people in these caves or something? Is that where they've, like, disappeared to? Are you guys in here? Oh, I found you! Okay, hello. Nothing from Graybor, nothing from Woljif. I'm hoping that most people are done, but I'm sure there's some that I have not kept up on. I will learn the weight of my sword. I'll have faith in the iron. I'm the first into battle and the last to leave it. How did we end up here? I would have never imagined myself in the abyss. We've overcome everything we faced so far. We'll get through this as well. That's right. Thank you, Gregor. I've always had faith in us, and I'll keep having faith, but sometimes your girl needs a few words of encouragement. How are you? Ellen's wedding, and things didn't go quite as planned. What does it matter how I am? I can't stop thinking about everyone who suffered. Clever Sela, the paladin, companion of the gods, chosen one, didn't even notice a demon conspiracy right under her nose. I'm going to officially change my name to Sela the Dimwit. That's how I'll introduce myself to everyone I meet so that they'll know they can't count on me. If we're too late to save the souls of all those victims, I'll never forgive myself. You know what else I keep thinking of? What happened to Curl? Did he really steal the ring, or did he just get what was coming to him? Or was it the fault of the demon who possessed his body? So many questions, so much grief, as if the whole Worldwound and 2 demon lords out there just waiting to hurt us wasn't enough. Ember! Nice wings. Everybody has wings. Is this for resting? It is. I'm good. I don't need to rest.
Let's move.
Personal chest. Double those. What's this? Severed demon heads. Where'd you come from? Whatever. Keep them on me. There? So many people have cursed me and told me I'll end up in the abyss when I die. I suppose I've rather definitely subverted their expectations by getting here while I'm still alive. You don't like it here, do you? Can't you see that I'm more afraid than I've ever been in my entire life? And believe me, I'm no stranger to paralyzing fear, or your most atrocious and macabre place imaginable. Moreover, we're practically surrounded by demons, curse them all, vile, rotten creatures who can experience something approaching joy only when torturing mortals. You can't even imagine how glad I am to find myself in their domain. Treat this as another adventure. In my world, an adventure is getting totally smashed with a couple of apprentice mages who've just got the hang of basic teleportation spells and waking up several miles away next to someone you've never clapped eyes on before. Someone who might turn out to be a Varisian saber swallower or a dragon in human form, but this... Well, fine. Find me at least one beautiful saber swallower around here and I shall magnanimously call it an adventure. Talk about your past. I've been thinking about you a lot ever since our visit to Heaven's Edge. I don't like discussing such unpleasant things. You seem quite capable of having fun, so why are you... I don't even know what you're trying to achieve here. I suppose I can always ask, and I'll decide whether I don't want to answer or not. Tell me honestly, do you miss the people who died that day? I regret leaving my mother alone. She deserved a better death than that. They confined her to her room so that she wouldn't affect those who still believed they could avoid the illness. And, oh, I forgot. You didn't know. Alright, that's enough. Let me be blunt. I don't care about my so-called kin at all. People die every day, and none of those people are my friends. They are all dead. I'm alive and able to enjoy life to the fullest. Besides, there are many things far worse than death. Are you ever close to your mother? Perhaps. Maybe. My mother loved me, and I loved her, even though I was a thorn in her side. How can you truly be close to your parents when you're just an arrogant whelp? At least I was lucky enough to have a real mother instead of a countess mother. Aristocratic parents often see their children as valuable investments and vessels for their ambitions. Thank you. So. He's drawing something, but when he notices you, hurriedly folds over the paper. Don't tell me you managed to find beauty in the abyss. No, cringing a little, this also shows you a few sheets of cross-out sketch, but you can still recognize the vistas of Evolutioneer in them. I tried, but I can't, not here. May the goddess forgive me, but it's a bond of my powers. Struggling for inspiration? My drawing, it's not just flowing the way it normally does. This place doesn't inspire creativity. I need to talk to you. Now that you know your brother was a Hell Knight, what do you think? I've always despised these people, but when my brother left the path of service to the goddess, he made a place for himself among them, and he did a lot of good, it seems. I don't know what to think. Perhaps I shouldn't have put Trevor on a pedestal. Perhaps I shouldn't have treated those knights so poorly. You see, I was quite fervent in my beliefs as a boy, and I thought the teaching of the goddess had revealed to me all the truth I should know. Now I realize I didn't know a thing about the world around me or about myself. Perhaps this world would chew me up the same way to Trevor, or perhaps soon to be his example will keep me from breaking. Hello, my friend. You don't mind if I call you that, do you? I've done a lot of thinking since last met. You have every reason to hand me over to the headsman, yet some things stayed your hand. Whatever guides you, your promise to keep my secrets made as accomplishment sorts. Even friends. Shared secrets bring people closer, don't you think, friend? Tell me about yourself. With pleasure. Friends share everything. What do you want to know? How many people I've killed? With organs most delicious? I'll tell you everything. Tell me about your life in Horcus's mansion. I have no complaints. I have everything I could dream of except freedom, which I had no need of anyway. I value security and comfort more than the opportunity to get in trouble firsthand. I had the best fencing teachers, and my mentor was a shaman from Regia. I wore the beautiful dresses. I had beautiful dresses and ate sumptuous meals. A rich library kept me getting too bored. A personal garden for my walks. I even had a puppy, a little barking ball of happiness. Some might disapprove of my father locking me up in the mansion until I matured and gained over control of my powers. He changed the servants as soon as they got suspecting anything. He'd even had steel bars installed on the windows, but I could see it was because he cared. He was protecting me from the dangers of the world, and he was protecting the world from me. Camellia is the name of a flower, right? Yes, the only thing I have left my dearly departed half-elf mother. Father told me that she liked working in the garden so much that she gave her child the name of a flower. And there's something else. I inherited from my mother her beauty. You know that what I'm like most about those who inherit the features of different races, like my mother and I, we gain the best of both worlds. By the way, before you start to pity me, I should say that I don't have the slightest affection for my mother. May her soul burn in the abyss. My father took good care of me enough for both of us. You're bothered by the fact that Horcus never openly embraced you as her daughter. Why would that bother me? To care of me, indulge my every whim. To thank him, I only had to lead a secluded life and keep my mouth shut. I understand his reluctance to claim a child born of a servant girl as his daughter. There's nothing wrong with looking after one's social status. Besides, you understand Mendevian society would hardly have accepted me considering my peculiarities. To much connected spirits. I can barely remember the first time I was a girl back then. I only remember someone's voice in my head demanding something. I don't even understand what it was. I was out in the garden playing with my precious puppy. I don't even know how it happened, but then it was over. The puppy's head was in my hands and his body was laying on my feet. I remember seeing my father's healers and clerics for a few years, and even the exorcists he brought to our house. None of them were able to drive the haunting voices from my head. They continued until the old Varisian woman came to live with us. She explained that I was fine, I was just highly sensitive to the pain of the land that we lived in. The voices in my head were not symptoms of insanity, but desperate prayers for help. Father prayed her for an unspeakable summons. She remained at her house, teaching me to talk to spirits. She was a vicious crone and a nasty piece of work. She would hit me with a whip just for looking at her. She would yell at me when I failed to communicate with the spirit I summoned, and when Father left for a few weeks on some errand, she locked me in the basement at night. Now I see that I terrified the old woman. Well, it was her fault. She should have taken the money and run while she had the chance. I was so happy when the spirits asked for her blood. Looking into her lifeless eyes, I felt such bliss as I'd never known in my life. Why do you kill her? Surely your father would have thrown her out if you told her what he was doing. Perhaps. Anyway, I don't remember him being very upset when she discovered a corpse in the basement after returning from her trip. Your amulet is fascinating. I've never seen anything like it. You like it? It's beautiful, isn't it? It's more than just an ornate trinket. It's home to one of the spirits. The spirit was so weak when I found her. She was hardly anything but a small shred of rage and madness. I locked her in my amulet and I've taken care of her ever since. I tried to talk to her. I don't know her name, so I call her Miura. Her spirit has become stronger and been growing stronger and stronger, and she asks for more and more blood. I feel like every ritual bloodletting makes her madness subside. Just a few more, I'll be able to talk to her and find out how to heal the ancient lands of Sarkoris. Tell me about the ritual killing she performed. I killed to learn the will of the spirits of the land. Sarkoris was torn apart by demons. The blood of many thousands of living creatures poisoned the lands for many years. The Worldwound keeps growing bigger and bigger. It's no surprise that the spirits of this place have gone mad and endlessly thirst for more and more blood. Only when bathed in blood can they regain their senses, at least temporarily. But it would be a lie to say I don't enjoy what I do. I remember all of them, every last breath, shriek, and sob, every fatal stab. Blood running down the blade as I pull it from a victim's heart, the taste of the drops on my tongue. I like to watch the blood pool beneath the body as it cools. By the way, did you know the blood only flows with the heart still pumping? That was quite a discovery for me. I opened one of my victims and watched her heart slow, beat, 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 and then silence. My connection to the spirits of the old Sarkoris is overwhelming. Your whole face transforms when you talk about murder. I always dreamed of discussing it with someone other than my father. How fortunate that they're friends now. Tell me, what will happen if the spirits ask you for my blood? I wonder. There's only one way to find out. I jest, of course. I promise if something like that starts to happen, I'll tell you at once. I'm loyal to you. You can trust me. We're friends. What do you think of the powers you received from me? What do I think of them? I love them. I've always felt special. My ability to talk to spirits is proof of that. But now I feel like I can do anything. Tear someone in half, demon or human, freeze a beating heart in someone's chest with a simple look, or a mere thought with a wish. I can make the blood of a living being flow in the wrong direction. It's a celestial bliss, my friend. I'm grateful for you for giving it to me. Learned enough. Sometimes I find severed heads on my back. Is that your handiwork? What good are they to me? The moment life leaves the body, now it's exciting. In the moments that follow when the body is dueling down, rapidly losing the last of its warmth. I'm filled with sweet linger, but the cold corpse that remains is just a corpse, holds no interest for me. Cannot tolerate your atrocities any longer. No, that's fine. You're fine. Alright, have we talked to everybody? Alright, I think we're good. We can finally dip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we've got a loot outside, laying outside. I think we're good. We can go back to the bar and sell all this loot before... Yes, finally. And then talk to more people, I'm sure, because we're at the beginning of an area, which means we're going to have a lot of talking. They can level up, they'll level up later. Bad Luck Tavern, please. God, I'm going to die from coughing from all that talking, though. And I've still got so much more to do. I already know it. Hey, Burgaz. Show me your wares. Give me the money. There we go. I don't think I'm going to use that. I don't think I'm going to use that. I don't have an Aeon. Yeah, dip that. Those are level 1s, those are level 1s, those are level 1s. Yeah, eat it. +4, +4. I would probably give the boots a free reign to somebody else now. Let's see. Who doesn't have boots? Can you wear boots? No. I'll give you the boots of free reign. Alright. Mialara. Greeting you with a nod as a middle-aged horse with a short dark hair, skinny face, and prominent cheekbones that bring to mind an image of his predatory birds. Despite the dark circles under her eyes and her overall worn-out look, her voice sounds friendly and welcoming. Hey, you're not local, are you? Have you come from the Galarian? That makes us fellow countrymen. Since I hail from Absalom, allow me to introduce myself. I am Magister Milara, a certified specialist in revolving magical-related issues and a captain of the airship called the Starcatcher III. What was the sorcerer from Absalom doing in this rat hole in the middle of the Abyss? I suppose you could say that I'm trying to cheat my own fate. In the current stage of my life, the Abyss seems like the best port for me to call home. There aren't a lot of experienced and, at the same time, trustworthy captains around here, so I never sit idle. Seem honest, how do you manage to survive in this place? I see what you're getting at. You're asking me how as a captain who doesn't grab everything that isn't bolted down, a captain who doesn't steal cargo and doesn't throw passengers overboard, how can they survive surrounded by a gang of bloody pirates? Makes it simple. My principles protect me. I strictly follow the unwritten aeronaut code. I never ignore those in distress. I never attack other vessels. I honor the integrity of the cargo that I am entrusted with. Maybe I look like an idiot to the other captains, but I don't care. My doggedness earns their respect, even if it provokes their ire. Besides, they know that I'm stubborn and I'll defend myself to the very end. I suppose it's the real reason why they haven't slit my throat and seized my ship yet. I'd like to know more about you and your ship. I can understand your curiosity. You won't find another ship like Starcatcher III in the Abyss. Actually, captains like me are a rarity here as well, for obvious reasons. Yeah, that's what I was wondering about. Tell me about your ship. Starcatcher III, as you can guess by her name, is not the first ship I have captained, but she is without a doubt the most technologically advanced, and she has been through the most amazing adventures. She's the most reliable and neat vessel you can find in the Midnight Isles. She and I have been through serious hardships more than once, but my ship has never failed me. Once Starcatcher III even made a short raid to the Rift of the Repose, the place where the souls of murdered demon lords slowly disintegrate imprisoned inside the crumbling stone sculptures. Plus, there's also note that Starcatcher III has a unique reputation in these parts. She has never participated in pirate raids, never transported smuggled goods or slaves, never passed by other vehicles in distress without providing help, and never been in service to any demon lords I can't think of any other ship in the Midnight Isles that enjoys such a good and honest reputation. 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. I have to walk across the room. 1 second. I'm coming. Alright, I'm on my way back. Just wait 1 moment. I'm here. Who works on your ship? I handpick my crew personally and extremely meticulously. I try to recruit those who are not completely corrupted by the prevailing customs of this place, let's put it that way. Even here there's a chance, a rare one, but still a chance to meet a mortal with a good heart, who, though poisoned by this malicious environment, is not yet beyond redemption. I do my best to help these people, and if I'm successful, I give them enough gold so they can relocate to some other plane, and I send them on their way. I hope that this way I'll be able to save at least some decent souls. There's sirens. Huh. Alas, in this case, failures come much more often than successes, so to protect my good-hearted but corrupted crew from making irreversible mistakes, I have to rely on some spells. I call it disciplinary thought correction. Starcatcher III, so there's a first and a second. Starcatcher II crashed on the rocks of the Thea, we were sailing over Amarara Islands when a mutiny broke out. It's an evil place where discord and hostility feel the other like noxious miasma. Part of the crew tried to seize the ship, and the others remained loyal to me. A massacre ensued. Defending myself, I had to fight my friends until I was the last one standing, the last survivor, all by myself. I barely managed to guide my ship to Linithia, but then I was bringing her into the land. The rocks tore into her like a fishmonger gutting a fish. Starkitch II was irreparably damaged. As for me, I escaped with a couple bruises and a chipped tooth. As for the Starkitch of the First, it was because of her that I said to settle in the Abyss. How'd you wind up in the Abyss? I was once a member of the Arcanimirium, the most prestigious magic academy in Absalom. Back then I was a captain too, and I delivered special cargo and passengers at my colleagues' request. I'd been assigned to a risky and extremely important rescue mission on the plain of Abaddon. I had to rescue a group of Pathfinders who had gotten into hot water there. I literally ripped them out of the claws of the Gravedigger, the Herald of Xiphus, god of accidental and pointless death. As that son of a bitch never forgave me for the show of disrespect, he put a curse on me. People around me started dying, both those I cared about and those I'd never even heard of. News of horrible, pointless, and tragic accidents that cut lives and naturally short followed me wherever I went. But nothing happened to me. I managed to get out of trouble and any trouble without a scratch. Even when the violence raged all around, I tried to get rid of my curse, but no one could lift it. Soon after that, Starkitch I was wrecked in a terrible storm. Then I decided to go into voluntary exile and stay away from the plains where civility, mercy, and common sense are valued. Here in the Abyss, I can at least avoid mourning those whose lives are cut short due to my curse. Besides, the Abyss is insane and bloody enough without me, so my cruel fate can add very little to this crazy whirlwind of aggression. This is the first time I've seen a real captain. Tell me, how does it feel to, well, to be an aeronaut? How can I describe it, lad? It's just the best job in the whole world. I understand. Maybe not. Fair winds to you, too. If you find yourself in need of an excellent airship and a skillful captain, let me know. I'm sure I will.
What's that?
Oh, what is that? Loot. That's what that is. Those sirens sound a lot like something. There were some different kinds of sirens, not normal sirens. I don't know. They just keep going off. Sound like tornado sirens, but it's not any kind of storm going on. I'm not getting a warning, so huh. Get lost. I'm not looking for drinking companions. Okay. Bye.
March on.
Alright, so we came in through this door. I guess we can go out this door and see where it takes me. Who knows? Yeah, Ghost is now barking at the siren too. But it shouldn't be. Is it the test? It might be. It's probably the first. It's the first Tuesday of the month. So gotcha. That's what it is. The flow of lava rushing through the Illusioneer to the ocean originates from somewhere. Okay, so that pushes that one back. Pops out again. I actually hate this because like you can't see anything if you're like trying to do all that. The sounds around you fade and the world plunge in eerie silence. Street noise never ceases in Illusioneer, but even it has disappeared. You are surrounded by a thick and impenetrable darkness from which 3 pairs of shimmering eyes observe you. A sibilant whisper reaches your ears. Explain yourself. I am Rogue Stone, the victorious commander of the Fifth Crusade. I know your name, your nature I know not. I am Zerius, I kill. The monster whispered his hiss sounds more like an icy blast of wind than a human speech. It's possible to say whether it's boasting, threatening, or simply stating a fact. Minahgo the Litliu purchased your death. Incomprehensible. You are immortal. Killing you is easy. Why did she not kill you herself? Why me? A trap? An opportunity? An enigma? Nazir, what are you? No! There was a Fey Lord. There was an opulent court where there was a court executioner. The Lord was generous, gave the gift of death to many. Everything is different now. The Lord is overthrown. The court is disbanded. The executioner is gone. Now I am here peddling death. No other creature might have served as executioner in the Fey Lord's court. Force representative of the Fey class, genus Anku, born predators. Just look at the sharp teeth and claws, the latter of which contains traces of cold iron. It's unknown whether this genetic mutation or an artificial transformation during the individual's lifetime. Mr. Anku, would you be so kind as to submit to one of your claws for scientific analysis? Friendly piece of advice, pipe down while you're still alive. The claws are my property. If you want them, then buy them. The price is my death. Consent for an autopsy, even better. What are we waiting for? One should underestimate mortals. I defeated Minahgo twice. Clear now. Even more perplexing. How could a mortal defeat a Litliu? Trickery. I cannot be tricked. I am here. I will kill you easily. Minahgo sent you to your death. I have laid waste to armies of demons. You cannot hope to overpower me. Minahgo is afraid of you? Why? Something is wrong. Minahgo is not a lord, just a client. The deal can be terminated, but there is a condition. Reputation. A cheated customer means a ruined reputation. Kill Minahgo. No client, no contract, no problem. We have a deal. Where is she? Find her there. Come and kill her. The monster vanishes, silently vanishes. Your ears are once again filled by the ceaseless din of Illusioneer streets. Evil man. This spinning thing is going to be difficult to get accustomed to. Very difficult to get accustomed to. Loot! Do my best, but...
Check that out.
More loot? Somewhere. Where? What am I checking out? Spot's a trap. Where?
Onwards.
Gregor, where's the trap? Oh, up here. How are you spotting that? Geocot? Who are you? A group of dirty beggars in tattered clothes have gathered around a handsome young man with messy dark hair. The crowd is clearly hostile, but he doesn't seem to notice. He gives the beggars a charming smile, completely oblivious to the sharp shivs glinting in their hands. The young man has a glove puppet on his hand, a dragon made of rags with buttons for eyes. He raises it up and begins to ventriloquize a surprisingly deep voice. Hey, you lousy parasites, who's in charge here? The young man lowers his puppet and beams cheerfully. He addresses the crowd normally in a warm, friendly voice. I'd like to invite your leader to a romantic dinner with candles to pay for everything, of course. 1 and 2 not interfere. The beggar whispered among themselves. You manage to catch a few snippets of their conversation. He's crazy, leaving be, and what if he bites you? Before the crowd disperses, the young man jots something down in his notebook. Where are you going, bud? Where are you going? Where are you going? You want to talk? Look how big Abu is now. That's sick. I love it. He went in here. Where'd you go in here? We're chasing him down. We gotta talk to this guy. Oh yeah, we can go upstairs, can't we? Just outside as well. You in here? Only Red Mask is in here. Where'd he go?
Let us be off.
Maybe he's in one of the rooms? It would appear not. Well, I didn't miss him in here, did I?
Let's move.
Doesn't look like it. I don't know. Well, let's continue exploring, I guess. Might as well. Oh, it doesn't have to load when I do it that way. Interesting. What's going on here? Why are just you two walking? This is creepy, isn't it, even by city standards? But you know, believe it or not, one of my few good memories of the Abyss is from this place. Can you tell me what happened? It was a bad day for me. I was hiding from dangerous demons I owed money to, or rather, now I come to realize I was just a low-grade street gang who may have been eaten up by someone stronger since then. But back then, they were a real threat to me. Their thugs had already made a hole in my side, and they were looking to follow my blood trail to finish where they started. We really managed to find a quiet corner, some basement or shed, but it was already occupied by this tiefling. I was ready to flee, but he smiled and told me that I could sit beside him. I was probably acting like some skittish animalist as far away from him as possible, as I could, ready to stab or make a run for it at a moment's notice, but he just gave me a healing push until I could hide there as long as I needed. We started talking. He was a traveler from some other plane, not Galarian. He was also hiding, although he didn't remember from who now. We remained in that hideout for several days, shared his food with me, some kind of pancakes, autumn and spicy. Never tried anything like that before. Thought he expected something from me in return. Well, you can guess what I thought he wanted, but he didn't lay a single finger on me. Instead of saying goodbye, he said, "Don't thank me, just pass it on." Back then I didn't get him at all. Only when I came to Dresden did I hear that phrase again and learned what it meant. What do you think that phrase means? It's like revenge, but turned around. A stranger does you a good turn and doesn't demand payment. In exchange, you find another stranger and do them a good turn for free. Sounds odd. Demons wouldn't understand it. I barely even understand it now. But the main idea is to increase the good in the world, right? Did you ever meet him again? No, never. So did you pass it on? You know, now that I think of it, I didn't. I've helped many people since then, of course, but all of them were mortals on Galarian. I've never helped anyone in Lucianero, which means I still owe him a debt. Why don't you repay the debt right here and now? Now, but you're right. Why not? Hey, you. Wait, hold on. Don't run away. Just stay where you are. What you need? You must need money, so here you go, take it. Oh, what do I gotta do? Stab one, touch towards something? No, nothing. You don't have to do anything. It's simply for you for no reason. Pass it on. That's it, he's gone. I'm not even sure if there was any point to that. I bet he didn't even understand it. It doesn't matter. And you needed a lot of time to understand too. That's right. I don't know if I've ever really changed anything by giving gold to that poor wretch, but you know, I feel better now. But it's not because I repaid my debt to that traveler, it's just I did something for someone, but myself I didn't think, I just did it. Before I only knew a world where everyone tried to devour each other, but now, when I know what it feels like to help others, I can't think of another world. A world where everyone helps, and it's an amazing thought. Maybe that's what Elysium is like. Maybe. A sturdy door locked and covered with frighteningly carved pictures. Alright. Alu, get it.
I finished here.
Thank you.
Is there more?
Into the rotten guttery. Yeah, in a moment. 2 new people to talk to. Okay. What's up, guys? Sound of footsteps startles the demon. She gives you a baleful look. You've disturbed me, mortal. Why have you broken my solitude? Let's take out, save your answers. Your reasons do not interest me. Boy about 12 stands next to her. The boy examines his wrists, which are covered in strange round scars that look like they may have come from suction cups. His inflamed skin, burning eyes, and general appearance suggests the demon will into his veins. He lifts his gaze and gives you a long, sad look. Who are you? I am Zara the Grim, mortal worm, the most skillful explorer of the dark depths of Shira. I learned from Master Willidus himself, a trusted mage of Our Lady in Shadow. One day I will surpass my master skill and take his place. Everyone knows this, including Willidus himself. So next time you dare to address me, do so with respect. If you'd like your head to remain on your shoulders. So from respect. Back from Galarian, or talk anyone as insolently as you some manners. I don't know you. I have no dealings with you. I've never seen you kill anyone save for those putrescent rats. Why should I respect you? Because of stories about some strange dull world that is of absolutely no interest to me? What are you doing? Listening to the ocean, waiting for the worthless whelp to recover enough strength to plunge back into Ishir's depths. What a shame that I cannot walk its path alone. How ironic that the most coveted mysteries are revealed to the most pitiful of creatures of all. Mortal. Who is this boy? Zorgas is my son, the best of my offspring. He is helpful and obedient, which is the only reason I can condescend to take care of this wretched creature. Are you alright, kid? Mother, may I speak to him? Don't speak to the boy. What do you want with him? Are you planning to steal him away? Be warned, if you lay a finger on him, you'll regret it. What are you doing to your son? Tell me the truth. You truly think I'll answer you, worm, or grow more inclined to destroy you as well? Mother tells me to dive deep to places where moonlight never reaches down there. Sorry, Mother, I won't say any more. Champion, I get allow this child to remain in the hands of this cruel creature. And only I too have no right to deprive a child of the parent's love, but these creatures do not know love. How could your mother be so cruel to their child? So what if he's my blood? That's not what I feed and protect. Why I feed and protect him. Little Zorgas is valuable because his brother and sister died during my research. She's the only one who shows reliable, consistent results. She envies him. That's why she's so cruel to him. She wants to dive into these depths herself, but she cannot. You can only experiment on others with their consent. It's unprofessional to use underage children for this. The demon has violated the unspoken scientist code and must be severely punished. What would you prefer, Zorgas? What do I want? In the depths, nobody knows the word want. I wasn't taught on the surface either. I know how to obey, dive, be quiet, but I do not know what I want. What could I possibly want? Stop addressing my property, worm, or I'll pour the waters of Ishir down your throat and let your ocean's tiny mollusks die from the inside and turn you into their shell. I will not let you torture this boy. I'm taking him from you. You want the boy? You want to take the boy? I don't care. He's yours. I won't fight over a trifle of life for some mortal spawn, especially since it's nearly exhausted usefulness. Take him and do what you want. Hey, buddy. The boy you saved the wicked mother gives you a look that's both sad and mature beyond his years. Since the darkness within this youth hiding deep inside, yet he himself is not evil. His soul is pure and kind, as a child's soul should be. The boy is silent and focused, as if it too heard the voice of the hand, and suddenly he responds. Does the spirit speak the truth? Is there really darkness inside me? But how can I cure evil in me and yet not be evil? This case pleases you if he wants to say something else, but reconsiders at the last moment. It's alright to be different. I'm different too. The commander has lots of odd friends. Do you want to be friends? I think so. I don't know how, but I'll try. What do I need to do? Nothing. We're friends now. You don't have to do anything to be friends. You just want to want to be friends. Can you hear and see the hand of the inheritor? Yes, he glows and he is not evil. I think I like him, but I feel there's an irreconcilable conflict between us. It's unfortunate. This child can hear and see me. He's not evil, nor he's a sorcerer, a mage, or a wizard. He wields no spells and can reveal the unseen and carries no spells cast by someone else. He just sees. What powers does he possess? Who are you? Mother name is Zorgas. I'm the creature of her making, and until recently I was her creature in every way. I had many brothers and sisters, but none survived her research, so I was the only one left. Now that my mother is gone, I don't know who I am. Am I Zorgas? But that name means nothing to me. It was whispered in my mother's ear by Ashiria, so who am I? Tell me about your brother. Her name is Zara the Grim. She used to be a pauper, a diver who collected what Ashiria had taken. The ocean has no floor. She recovered whatever hadn't sunk too deep, but those bounties were as generous as Ashiria was harsh. No one knows the ocean as well as she did. She knows safe passages, and she guides ships swimming at half speed so they don't fall behind. She's a child of Ashira. She was created, and her first cry burst from her lips the moment she broke the surface, but many centuries have passed since her incarnation. She is dark like Ashiria, cruel like Ashiria, powerful and uncompromising like Ashiria, fertile and merciless towards her children like Ashiria. Magic experiments Zara perform on you. I'm too young, and I don't know enough to judge them. We'd go to the shore to Ashiria. She'd feed me potions that forced me to dive deeper and deeper each time. By the time I was 8, I could dive so deep the water pressed on me from all sides, and my body could no longer want to do ascent. I had to stay there as long as I could. Then I'd come up, my nose bleeding, and sometimes my mouth and ears as well, even my eyes. The next day, Mother would make me drink a different potion and send me down again. It was so dark down there, I could feel the touches of strange dark things. Sometimes their vibrations reached me as if they were communicating with me. On those days, I vomited black slime. I tried to hear their voices, but I never had enough time. Mother would be furious, beat me, brew a new potion, then make me dive deeper, stay longer. The last time I spent 7 hours in the water, there were so many vibrations that enveloped me. I then realized I am neither food nor an enemy. I have the blood of the enemy within my veins. What does it mean? I don't understand. It was a little boring, so I imagine I was a giant octopus floating in the deep waiting for prey. I'm afraid no one else will be able to tell you more about me because you angered my mother and she's vindictive. A remarkable discovery. A pity I cannot include in my encyclopedia as your mother obtained this knowledge in violation of professional ethics. I recommend that you visit any research institute in Absalom and demand lifelong compensation in exchange for this information. Send me a letter if you want me to vouch for you. Thank you for showing concern for this demon who is a stranger to you. Do not confuse sentimentality with compensation for damage caused by a professional colleague. All the same, thank you. So what are you going to do? So what are we going to do with you now? I'd rather not go home and I have nowhere else to go. What do they do, those who have nowhere to go? I don't know. Maybe I should live in Assyria. Champion, we have no right to leave him here by himself. He needs care, and if fate entrusted you with his child, I have faith that you'll make the right choice. You'll find refuge at my camp if you so choose. Thank you for not deciding for me, but granting me the right to choose. Others have not done this, so I'll accept your invitation. The little one is now safe in our care. Neither his cruel mother nor a remorseless kidnapper will cause him further harm. I'm glad we share a belief that children should not be victims of such evil. I'm certain young Zorgus will be better off on Galarian. Hopefully. Midnight Isles, the Abyss, the realm of Nocticula. Does anything spin here? No? Okay. We have a house to go inside. Oh, I am dying with all this reading. The beginning of chapters, man. Beginning of acts, they kill me. Lots of loot. A secret door. Let's open it. And continue.
Uh-huh.
Where is this trap?
I sense something.
Okay, let's go disarm that.
I finished here.
No!
Is there more?
Oh my goodness. That was almost bad.
I'm glad I was useful
1,000
to you.
XP for disarming those traps. That's crazy. More loot. More loot. More loot. Oh. Demon Slayer suit. That's right. I forgot to mark that down from the other one that I got. Of course, we can't use that one now. That's sad. Is that all that was down here? Was just some Demon Slayer suit and a bunch. Oh. +4 speed composite short bow. Oh, composite short bow. Dang. Oh, that was interesting. Interesting little area. Alright, let's go back into the tavern, I guess. I mean, there might be a way around through here, but who knows, man? This is all sorts of complicated. I have no idea how to get anywhere in here. That's okay. We'll slowly but surely find our way around. We'll all be okay. So there was another route to go up this way. Alright. Guards. Big, spooky guards. Wait, wait. Stop. I know you moved.
March on.
Something is not right here.
Spot trap on the roof again? Yep. Who knows how to get up there, but you did indeed spot a trap.
I sense something.
Oh, loot! So where do you go if you get pushed across here, huh? You don't really... Nothing changes because that happens. It's the weird thing.
Onwards.
It just kind of happens. Happen over there. Some Haiti dope and no mistake. I feel like I ripped the head
We will
off.
be
Okay.
victorious.
How dare you?
Endure this.
You really shouldn't just like attack people for no reason. It's very rude. Very rude indeed.
Desna, guide my hand.
We won't falter.
This was a mistake, my friend.
Make every strike count.
This was definitely what they call a mistake. I apparently cannot attack for some reason. Meh. We'll come up on accident. Oops.
Make your peace.
Goodbye.
Strike with all your might.
Random dude just attacked me for no reason. Rude as heck. +4 composite longbow. Alright. So we got a new longbow. +3 with speed though, that's pretty good. +3 composite longbow. +4. Beautiful. Oh, save first, please.
A success worthy
Signs will indicate that a
praise.
drug merchant can be found here in the abyss. There are many poisons that can plunge mortals and demons into nightmares. There's definitely a way like onto the roofs somehow. What's this? So there's probably a way to teleport here, we just don't have it yet.
Let us be
Chill
off.
out. Found. Oh, we found the arena. There you go. So it turns. Does it turn anywhere else though? I guess not. Okay, so we gotta teleport over there, but we can't come back to it yet. Maybe we can just walk down this alley, so I don't even really. There's the Bad Luck Tavern. Here's some guards. Senior guard. Can we talk to him? Demon looks bored out of his wits. He shifts his attention to you and barks. What do you want? Your face is familiar. Have we met before? Originally, is that you? They said you defected to the Crusaders, but I always said a rabbit bitch like you could never deal with the goody-good mortal scum. Welcome home. Oceaneers missed you in your wild escapades. Urshula's purses her lips and turns away, not deigning to answer. Her face grows deathly pale, and there is a despair in her eyes. I'm gonna go through. No, can't do. This quarter is where the decent people live. When they want to dismember someone, they can go down to the lower city. We're standing here, so they won't be bothered by riffraff that want to dismember them. Believe me, you don't want to go in there. Slave traders have magic collars that fasten themselves on their necks of chances such as yourself and drag them straight to the city, to the cages. Out of my way, scum. Yeah, I don't care what Nectigula says. I'd rather live to see another day. Come on, hurry through while I look the other way. Thanks. I don't really want to go through yet. Ouch, alright guys, that's enough. I get it. It won't happen again. Just not my eyes. Move your hand, scum, or I'll break the other one too. I said move it. Not your eyes, find in your belly. Have some of this. What are you doing? You're hurting him. Stop. Why are you doing this to him? Huh? Who's that? I'm just a mortal, weak and silly compared to you. I'm a mayfly. One moment I'm here, the next I'm gone, but you better listen to what I tell you because I've lived more than you have. Listen very carefully. This was the important thing you hear in your entire lives. Yeah, right. I've always dreamed of listening to what a charred piece of meat has to say. What's with all the riddles? What do you mean you've lived more than us? It's very simple. I haven't lived long, but I have friends, those I can protect, those who are glad to see me. There are many sad things, but I still know what happiness is. But you, beating, biting, fearing, hating each other, are you really happy? And if you aren't, is this any kind of life? So yeah, I've lived a lot, but you've spent centuries and centuries without really living. Bah, this mortal brat, this lump of meat is going to preach to us? You know what makes me happy? Gobbling up tasty pieces of meat like you. Poor thing. You were so hurt and scared all the time. You feel a bit better for a while when you torture others and forget about your suffering, but is this really happiness? Are you crazy or something? The demons stand around Ember, their faces show caution and rapacious interest. It's clear that they are slightly afraid of the strange girl who shows no fear, but they are all still the same. Ember, this demon is wounded. Words are all well and good, but let's help him. Oh, you're right, how embarrassing. Ember whispers a spell and the demon's wounds heal. The Baba jumps up and runs away from Ember, and the demons who are beating him. Screw you, I owe you nothing. Of course you don't. I helped you for no reason, just because I wanted to. I hope you'll be alright. Huh, for no reason? You're stupid. No one does anything without a reason. She's a witch. She probably wants to sell us something, some magic potions or herbs. Come on, show us what do you have? What? No, I'm not selling anything. I just wanted to tell you how much you're missing. I mean, you're free, freer than anyone in the world, but you just use the freedom to make life miserable for yourself and everyone else. Just think how much happier you could be. Ember keeps preaching the demons listen, occasionally interrupting with laughter and obscene jokes. Finally, they grow bored and walk away. They left. Do you think they understood? If anyone in the world can convince a demon to repent, it's you. Thank you, but it's not about me. There's kindness in every creature, even in demons. They just forget about it for some reason. You know, I was thinking. I tried sending praise to the demon lords, tried talking to demons in the street, but no. But one of the demon lords lives right here in the city, in Articula, right? What if I try to talk to her, not through prayer, but in person? You're going to meet her sooner or later, aren't you? Please take me with you. I'm sure if we meet face to face like you and I are talking right now, I'll be able to convince her to stop being so mean. You'll take me, your promise? Absolutely. Absolutely, little Ember.
Anything new?
Not that. Let's use this on... Symbols on the scribe on the wall belong to the language of the Titans, the first creation of the gods, and the creators of the sinister dividends. Who knows what's supposed to go there? Not me. There's more. We can get on the rooftop this way. Okay. Let's climb to the rooftop for now. Who knows what all's going on up here, man? I know we're a little over time, but I kind of wanted to see what was going on up here.
Finished here. Is there more?
Plus, in confidence bonus, UMD is also increased. Okay, well. You can have this. That's fine. Alright, what is this? Looks like these rooftops can be used to bypass the guards and get the streets above. We don't need to. But that's gonna think I'm gonna do it for me, guys. I'm gonna spin around here and see if anything changes while I'm up here. That changes. But that's about it. I have no idea why it does or why it doesn't. So yeah, that's gonna do it for me, guys. Next time I think we're gonna come back down here and go explore this way. And yeah, I mean, oh, here's Minahgo's hideout. We'll have to head over there as well somehow. Back down there. But that's gonna do it for me, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. If you've got anything to say, go to the comments below. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscription button and the bell. If you want to see more, check out this video down here. Thank you so much for watching. Peace!